A fish out of water. This little fish, I said to Mr. Carp. I want him. I like him, and he likes me. I will call him Otto. Otto. Very well, said Mr. Carp. Now I will tell you how to feed him. Then Mr. Carp told me, when you feed a fish, never feed him a lot. So much and no more. Never more than a spot or something might happen. You never know what. Then I took Otto home. I gave him some food. I did not give him too much, just one little spot. But this did not make Otto happy. He wanted more food. He had to have more. Poor Otto. He just had to have more. I knew what Mr. Carp had told me. Never feed him a lot. Never more than a spot, or something may happen. You never know what. But I gave Otto all the food in the box. Then something did happen. My little Otto began to grow. I saw him grow. I saw him grow and grow. Soon was too big for the little fishbowl. There was just one thing to do. Put Otto into a flower bowl. There, Otto, I said. This will hold you. But no, the flower bowl did not hold him. Otto went right on growing. This was not funny. Not funny at all. His tail was growing right out of the top. I grabbed the fishbowl and ran with it. Otto, I said, I know just where to put you. Then you will be all right. I put him in a pot, but Otto was not all right. I saw him grow some more. Very soon he was too big for the pot. I put him in pot after pot. He was growing so fast. Poor Otto. My poor little fish. Oh, why did I feed him so much? Otto, I said, stop growing, please. But Otto could not stop growing. He was growing all the time. Very soon I ran out of pots. Otto had to have water. There was just one thing to do. I did it. I grabbed him by the tail. I ran with him up to the tub. The tub is big. It can hold lots of water. At last, there, Otto, I said, tub holds my father. This tub holds my mom. So it will hold you. But the tub did not hold him at all. He went right on growing. Oh, Otto, I said, what can I do now? Then, crash! The door went down. Crash! Otto went down. I went down too. Oh, what a ride. Down went the water into the cellar. And down went Otto too. I had to do something fast. I grabbed the phone. I called the police station. Help, help, I said. I fed my fish too much. Mr. Carp told me not to, but I did. What? said the policeman. Mr. Carp told me not to, but I did. Too bad. I will come at once. The policeman came. My fish went that way, I said. He is down in the cellar. The policeman ran down with me. What a fish, he said. He is much too big to keep in the cellar. We have to get him out. He had to work and work to get him out. Poor Odo. Oh, why did I feed him too much? Mr. Carp told me something would happen, and it did. It did. Now we had Otto out of the cellar, but now Odo had no water. No water at all. A fish has to have water, I said to the policeman. We must take him to water to get help. Called for help on the radio. The policeman called on the radio. He called for firemen. Help, help, he said. A boy had fed a fish too much. A boy fed him too much. We will come at once. The firemen came up. They all helped to get Odo up. But where can we take him? I asked. Uptown? Downtown? To the pool, yelled the firemen. To the pool, I yelled. And hurry, please. They did hurry. The fire truck with Odo came right up to the pool. The firemen yelled, Everyone get out of the pool! This fish is going in! Down into the pool, Otto into the pool with big splash. Now I was happy. Now at last, my Otto had water, lots of water. This big pool was just the thing. This big pool would hold him. But Otto went right on growing, and no one wanted Otto in the pool. They did not like him at all. You take that fish out of here, they yelled. There was just one thing to do. I did it. I ran to the phone. I called Mr. Carp. Please, help me, I said. I fed Otto too much. Oh dear, said Mr. Carp. So you fed him too much. I knew you would. I always say don't, but you boys always do. Yes, I will come. Then Mr. Carp came. He had a black box in his hand. He had a lot of other things too. What are you gonna do, Mr. Carp? I asked him, but Mr. Carp said nothing. He just went straight to the pool. He took his black box with him and all the other things too. Splash! Mr. Carp jumped into the pool. Splash! Now Otto went down too. All I could see was his tail. I could not see Mr. Carp at all. What was going down there? What were they doing down there in the water? Now I could see nothing. Not Otto, not Mr. Carp. Nothing at all. Would I see Otto again? Would I see Mr. Carp again? Mr. Carp! Mr. Carp! I yelled. What are you doing? Are you all right? Then up jumped Mr. Carp. In his hand was a little fishbowl. In the fishbowl was my Otto. Mr. Carp made him little again. Don't ask me how I did it, he said, but here's your fish. And from now on, said Mr. Carp, please do not feed him too much. Just so much, and no more. Now, that is what I always do. Now I feed Otto so much and no more. Never more than a spot, or something may happen. And now I know what.